My name is Anna. Welcome to the special Easter edition of Outdoor Yoga. Let's start by finding a comfortable seat, your sit bones rooting into the mat, spine nice and long. Imagine there's a string extending from the top of your head all the way to the ceiling or to the sky. Close your eyes or allow the gaze to be soft. Let's start with 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And final inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Now let's work on lengthening our breath. We'll practice the 3-part or Dirga breath. So place one hand on your belly, another one on your chest, and we'll divide the inhale into 3 parts. Inhale just part of the way into your belly, feeling the belly expand. Continue the inhale into the chest, feel the ribs expand. And finally, fill the tops of the lungs and pause for a moment. And now exhale all the way, emptying the lungs completely. Do it a few more times with the speed of your own breath. You may want to insert mini pauses in between the 3 parts of the inhale or make it smooth. Also, the length of the hold at the top of the inhale is up to you. Just make sure that your exhale is nice, long, slow, until the lungs are completely empty. Keep breathing. With every inhale, absorbing the energy, the strength, the rebirth of nature in the spring. And with every exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. After you complete your next breath cycle, place your hands on your knees and let's get started. So find yourself in a tabletop position on all fours, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips, and let's start with a couple of cat-cows. As you inhale, leading with the tailbone, gaze up, allow the back to arch, belly comes closer to the floor. And as you exhale, press into the palms of your hands, gaze on your thighs or your knees, round the back. And again, inhale, leading with the tailbone, gaze up. And exhale, round the back, press into the hands. And let's do it a few more times, moving with the speed of your own breath. And on the next inhale, come to center. And now let's move side to side. As you inhale in the center, exhale, moving your shoulder closer to your hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left shoulder to left hip. Back to center. And keep going with the speed of your own breath, synchronizing the movement and the breath. Or maybe adding any other movement that your body may feel like doing today. More of a barrel move, perhaps combining the back and forth and side to side. And if you're doing that, make sure also to go in the other direction. And then come to stillness in the center. Let's play with the balance a little bit. Extend your left foot behind you. Imagine you're pressing against an imaginary wall, or in my case, I'm almost pressing against a very real fence here. And if you feel stable, extend the right hand in front of you and either hold that shape as you inhale deeply, or you can crunch as you exhale, or perhaps just lower your hand to the ground and leg to the ground, whatever feels comfortable. If you're okay with crunches, let's do 3 of them. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And exhale, lower your hand to the ground. Let's do it on the other side now. So extend the left leg long, or excuse me, right leg long, left hand long. Inhale. And as you exhale, either crunch on, or bring them to the mat. Let's do it 3 times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Extend. And crunch. Lower both hands to the mat. If you need to give your wrists a little bit of a break, feel free to shift into Hero's Pose, Vajrasana. And let's do a couple of rotations of the wrists. So interlace the fingers and do figure eights in one direction and then the other. Shake out the wrists, shake out the fingers, and let's count to all fours again. This time we'll do a couple of tiger crunches. So first, extend your right leg behind you, bend the knee. As you inhale, lift it as high as you can. And as you exhale, bring the knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Let's do it 2 more times. Extend, crunch, and extend, pause. You can stay here or see maybe if your left hand can reach that foot. Press into that hand, lift yourself a little bit higher, and release. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg, knee bent. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Extend, crunch. And now extend and hold. Or perhaps reach your right hand behind you and see if you can press your foot into that hand just to give yourself a little more of a lift, a little more of an opening of that shoulder. And release. And from here, make sure you have enough space in front of you. You may need to walk back a little bit and walk your hands forward as you lower the chest towards the mat into puppy pose. So in the pose, either your forehead or your chin come to the ground, whatever is comfortable. The focus is on opening your shoulders and making sure that your chest comes as close to the ground as comfortable. Deep breaths here. Tailbone reaching to the sky. And on the next inhale, walk your hands back into tabletop. And now tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back into downward dog. This is our first downward dog today. So feel free to paddle your feet, stretch the hamstrings, walk your dog, and focus on creating a nice long line from your fingertips all the way to your tailbone, pressing evenly into your palms and all 10 fingers. Find a moment of stillness here. Maybe extend the heels towards the ground. They don't need to touch necessarily. Couple of deep breaths here. And on the next inhale, slowly walk your feet all the way up to your hands until you find yourself in forward fold, Uttanasana. Feel free to shake your head yes and no, making sure that the neck is feeling nice and relaxed. Perhaps interlay or rather grab the opposite elbows and sway from side to side, finding this extra length in the spine, allowing the head to help you leverage gravity. Bless you. And sway from side to side here in ragdoll pose. On the next inhale, gently roll yourself up to standing. The head is last to lift. Roll the shoulders back. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart, rooting into the ground. Spine is nice and long. Again, this invisible string is pulling from the top of your head all the way to the sky. Palms facing forward. If you have an intention for this class, feel free to bring your palms together. And think of it now. Take one more deep breath here. Let's do a couple of sun salutations. So find yourself at the top of your mat. And as you inhale, extend your arms up. And if the shoulders allow, a little bit back into a slight back bend. As you exhale, fold from the hips all the way down. Fingertips reach the mat. Feel free to bend your knees as much as necessary to make that possible. Inhale, step your right foot back, lower the knee, gaze up. Step your left foot to join the right in a plank. And as you exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward. Lift from the top of your back. Exhale, downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a moment here. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, lower the left knee, gaze up. And step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, palms up and back. Exhale, palms to heart center. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, palms up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, lower the knee, gaze up. Step into plank. Lower knees, chest, chin on the exhale. Inhale, slide the chest forward into cobra. Press your toenails into the mat. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Lower the right knee, gaze up. Exhale, right foot joins the left, forward fold. Inhale, palms up and back. Exhale, palms to heart center. And we'll do it one more time, a little bit faster. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot back, plank, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, downward dog. Right foot forward. Left foot joins, forward fold. Arms up and back. Palms to heart center. Left side. Arms up and back. Forward fold. Step your left foot back. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Step your left foot forward. Gaze up. Right foot joins, forward fold. Palms up and back. Palms to heart center. And take a deep breath here. Let me switch the sides again, making sure you can see me. Inhale one more time, raise the arms up and back. And as you exhale, Place your hands on the floor. Step your right foot back, lower the knee. This time untuck your toes. And see if you can lift your torso. Perhaps your hands are pressing into the thigh, maybe finding a slight back bend. Maybe if it's comfortable, interlace your fingers with index fingers pointing forward in Kali Mudra. And walk your shoulders back. Find that back bend. Deep breaths. Crescent moon pose. Hips are traveling forward and down, allowing for an opening in your hip flexor. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, frame your left leg. And from here, place your left hand on your thigh. See if you can rotate to the side, opening the chest. If it feels good, maybe extend the arm to the sky. If it feels good, maybe you reach for that back leg and either open your chest in a corkscrew shape or keep your chest parallel to the mat or to the floor, stretching the quad here. Release the foot and walk your hands back, shifting your hips all the way back. Make sure that the hips are aligned. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold all the way forward as far as the spine will allow you to go today. Inhale, come up and bring the left foot a little bit closer to you. Place your left hand on your lower back. Whoops, a little bit of wind. Inhale, right arm up. And as you exhale, place your palm against your thigh and twist from there. Gazing over the left shoulder if that's valuable. Maybe deepen the twist. Lower the right tricep. And bring your hands into prayer, making sure they stay in the heart center. So you may need to press them a little bit more firmly. Yep. Gaze up. Maybe extend your arms. Maybe lift the back leg. Whatever feels good here. And wherever you are, untwist. Bring your hands to the mat. Step your left foot back and move through your vinyasa. So you can lower through knees, chest, chin again, or perhaps keeping your shoulders close to your belly. Lower into chaturanga all the way to the mat, or maybe hover. And from there you can rise again into cobra, or perhaps extend the elbows and press the top of the feet into upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. As you exhale, come into downward dog. Take a breath here. You can pedal your feet if you need to. And when you're ready, step your right foot forward between your hands. Lower the left knee, untuck your toes. And raise your torso, pressing your palms into the thigh. You can experiment with how stretchy, how flexible the hips feel today. Moving them down and forward. Maybe interlace your fingers. Point the index fingers in Kali Mudra. Lift the arms up. Deep breaths. Gaze up if available. One more inhale. And as you exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Right palm on right thigh. And twist from here. According to your level of comfort, perfectly fine to stay right here. Or maybe extend the right arm. Maybe grab a hold of that back foot and either open your chest towards the sky or keep the chest parallel to the floor. Wherever you are, focus on the stretch. One side may feel slightly different than the other. That's okay. And release the stretch. Walk your hips back. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, lower your chest over that extended leg, exploring the stretch in the hamstring. And as you inhale, bring the right foot a little bit closer to you so that the legs form 90-degree angles. Right hand goes on the lower back. Inhale, left hand goes up. As you exhale, twist from there. Gaze over the right shoulder, or maybe deepen the twist if you did it on the other side. Bringing your chest into prayer, tricep behind the thigh, and maybe lift the back leg and extend the arms. Play with the balance here a little bit. And release. Move your right foot into plank. Move through your vinyasa, your choice. And let's meet in downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Again, reaching your tailbone into the sky, pressing evenly into the palms, making sure that you're not concentrating too much weight on your wrists. All right. And from here on your next inhale, step your right foot forward, lower the back foot, 45-degree angle, and rise into warrior one. Make sure that your hips are pointing forward. Right knee is over the right ankle. Little fingers are rotating towards each other. Shoulders are away from the ears. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And maybe for a deeper heart opener, bend the elbows into cactus arms. Open the chest, breathe. And as you inhale, raise the arms up. As you exhale, open up into warrior two. So here we adjust the position of our back foot. Now the back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Front knee is still aligned over your front ankle. Shoulder blades are stretching away from each other. Gaze is over your right fingertips. Deep breath here. And as you inhale, flip the right palm up and lift your hand all the way to the sky. The left hand can be sliding down your thigh, or maybe resting on your lower back, or maybe seeking the front hip crease. And as you exhale, lower that forearm on your thigh and extend the left arm in front of you, or rather to the front of the mat, creating a nice long line from your foot all the way to the fingertips. Stay here, or perhaps explore coming lower, fingertips on the mat. One more deep breath. And as you inhale, pull yourself back into warrior two and straighten your front foot, front leg rather, front knee. Both legs are straight. And from here, shift over that extended leg and lower your right hand to the ground or to your leg, wherever it comes to rest, as we go into triangle pose. So imagine there's a wall behind you supporting you so that your whole body is in one plane. Avoid your chest moving towards the floor here. And make sure that your ribs stay open on both sides of the spine. Sometimes the lower side tends to collapse here. And on your next inhale, come back up into warrior two. Take one more breath and cartwheel your hands all the way to the mat. Step your foot back into plank. And from here, let's play with side planks. So move your right hand to the middle of the mat. Rotate on the edge of your right foot. Left foot can be stacked or staggered for support. And extend the arm up. Also an option to lower the right knee for more support. Wherever you are, play with the balance a little bit. And release, come back to plank. Now let's do it on the other side. So left hand moves to the center of the mat. Rotate on the edge of the left foot. Feet stacked or staggered. Left knee up or down. Wherever you are, lift the hips. Gaze up if available. One more deep breath. Lower your hands back into plank and move through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward dog or perhaps in child's pose. If you need a moment of rest, feel free to lower your hips towards your heels, forehead towards the ground, stretch the back, and breathe. Now, if you are in child's pose, let's come back into downward dog. And this time, step your left foot forward, lower the right heel, and come up into warrior one. Left foot is at about 45-degree angle. Make sure that your hips are still facing towards the front of the mat. Rotate your pinkies towards each other. Make sure your shoulders are away from the ears. Deep breaths. Maybe cactus arms. One more inhale, and as you exhale, open up into warrior two. Gaze over your left fingertips. Make sure your shoulders are above your hips. Keep the bend in your left knee. And now flip your left palm up. And as you inhale, move it all the way up. Right hand slides down your thigh, behind your back, maybe seeking the hip crease. Rotate the chest open, gaze up if available. And as you exhale, lower the left forearm and extend your right arm, extended side angle, focusing on that straight, strong line of energy from your foot all the way to your fingertips. One more breath here. And come back into warrior two. And now as you exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. Step your foot back into plank and move through your vinyasa. Couple of breaths in downward dog. Slowly lower your knees all the way to the mat. And come to sit on your heels in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. Rest your palms on your knees for a moment. Take a deep breath. And let's stretch our shoulders. As you inhale, lift the right hand up, left hand to the side, thumb pointing down, and then bend them behind your back. See how close the fingertips can move towards each other, or perhaps grab a hold of your shirt. Fingertips don't need to touch. But if they do, and if it feels comfortable, take a deep inhale, slight back bend, and as you exhale, lower down. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe not, that doesn't matter. And as you inhale, come all the way back up. And let's switch the hands, shake them out. And now left arm goes up, right arm to the side, thumb pointing down. Bend the elbows, see if the fingers can come close to each other. Inhale, proud chest, open heart. And exhale, lower all the way down, only as far as your body allows you to go. Take a deep breath wherever you are. and come up. Release the hands, shake them out. So let's rest for a moment in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. And given that it's Easter, it feels appropriate to do two Easter themed poses. One is called rabbit or hare pose, and another one, egg-shaped headstand. If headstand is in your practice, any other variation of it, feel free to go for it. But if you're new to it, those two variations are nice and comfortable for most introduction to headstands. Again, only attempt those if you don't have any neck, cervical spine issues. All right, so from Vajrasana, bring your head in front of your knees, so touching the forehead or the upper part here to the mat. Extend your arms back, grab hold of your heels, and see if you can roll to the top of your head, keeping the shoulders engaged so that not all your weight is in your neck. You're sort of distributing it a little bit. And stay here for a few breaths as long as it's comfortable. And then slowly on your next inhale, roll yourself all the way up. If that felt fine, feel free to do it again. If you would like to take it a step further, we can go and experiment with tripod headstand. So the starting pose with the head position is similar, just bring it to the ground. This time though, lower your palms next to your knees, keep your elbows close to your body, so sort of you're in the chaturanga arms here. And again, roll onto the top of your head, strong arms, strong foundation, and lift your hips up and back just like in downward dog. Walk your feet a little bit closer to you. Place one knee on your tricep if it feels good. Place the other knee. See maybe if you can bring your toes to touch. Stay here, breathing. And release. Come into child's pose. Extending your arms alongside your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. And on the next inhale, slowly come on up. Let's make sure to relax our neck. As you inhale, extend the neck long. As you exhale, bring your left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze up if that feels okay. Make sure to take any other movements your neck may need here. Make sure it's relaxed. Any tension dissipates. And from here, slowly slide your seat to the side and come all the way back. Your knees bent, heels close to your seat. See if you can graze your fingertips against your heels. Feet are about hip distance apart. As you inhale, tug the tailbone under. Lift the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Pause at the top. And as you exhale, roll the spine down. Inhale, roll up slowly. Pause at the top. And exhale, same way. One last final time. Inhale, lift the hips up. And this time, hold for a little bit longer. Maybe interlace your fingers into a fist and press your arms and your fists into the mat, lifting a little bit higher. And as you exhale, release. And from here, bring your right knee to your chest, extend the left leg long. Give the right knee a good squeeze and switch. Extend the right leg. Squeeze the left knee to your chest. And now bring both knees to your chest. Maybe sway from side to side or do little circles with your knees in one direction and the other, massaging the lower back. And now bring the feet back to the ground. Extend your right leg long. Place your hands on your thigh or maybe on your calf, maybe even the ankle, wherever it feels good for a nice stretch. Option to keep the left leg bent or maybe extend it long. Open the right leg a little bit to the side. Bring it to center and cross the midline, stretching the IT band. Back to center. One more squeeze and release. Let's switch the legs. Extend the left leg high. Hands can be behind the thigh or calf or ankle, whatever feels good. Right leg long or bent. And let's stretch from here. Open the left leg slightly to the side. Bring it back to center. Cross the midline. Back to center. Pull it a little bit closer to you. And release. Now bend both legs. Place your fingertips behind your knees. See if you can rock back and forth, massaging the entire length of the spine, and perhaps finding enough momentum to come back to seated. Extend the legs long. Find that nice tall spine we work with at the very beginning. Inhale, extend your arms up, and as you exhale, fold forward. Knees can be straight, and you work with bringing your chest closer to your thighs, or perhaps if that's challenging, feel free to bend the knees, bring the chest all the way to your thighs, and if it feels good, maybe gently extend the legs. Find your maximum, find your edge, find a spot where you can stay for a few breaths, and feel free to release your head towards your feet. Deep breaths. As you inhale, come on up. Bend your right knee, open it to the side. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Again, play with your flexibility. Only go as far as your body allows you to go comfortably. And on the next inhale, walk yourself back up. And we'll switch the legs. Bend the left knee, open it to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the leg. Deep breaths here. And on the next inhale, come on up. Bend the right leg again, this time step it over the left. Support yourself with fingertips behind your back. Inhale, raise the left arm up. And as you exhale, hug your thigh or maybe slide the tricep in front of your thigh. Use it as a leverage to twist a little bit deeper. Gaze over your right shoulder. Deep breaths here. Nice long spine. And untwist. Let's switch the legs. This time extend the right leg long. Left foot steps over. Support yourself on your left fingertips. And either hug the thigh or cross the tricep over the thigh. Gaze behind your left shoulder. Deep breaths. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow a little longer. With each exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And release. Now bring the soles of the feet to touch. Find the tall spine. Allow the feet to be in a diamond shape, so make sure you're not too close to your seat. Take a deep inhale. Hold on to your ankles. And as you exhale, lower yourself towards your feet. It doesn't really matter how low you go. Allow your body to be the guide. Once you reach your maximum with the straight back, allow the head to relax towards the feet. The forehead may touch or not, doesn't really matter. Imagine looking at yourself from the top. You're creating a six-pointed star shape of your body, and also opening the heart, bringing your heart closer to the earth, closer to the source of life and spring. As you inhale, lift yourself up and making sure there's enough space behind you, keeping your legs exactly as they are. Lower down on your back into bound angle Supta Baddha Konasana. Your hands may be alongside your body or maybe on your inner thighs, encouraging deeper opening. Deep breaths here. Allow the hips to stretch. Allow the knees to travel away from the body, closer to the ground. And now slowly close the legs. You may want to use your hands to help yourself. And keeping the knees still bent, inhale in the center. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the right, making sure that the left shoulder stays anchored close to the ground. Arms can extend in a T, in a cactus shape, or maybe right hand is encouraging a deeper twist, resting on your left thigh. Gaze can be up, or if it's comfortable, gaze over your left shoulder. And stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, bring the knees back up, and as you exhale, lower them to the other side. This time keeping your right shoulder close to the mat. And again, gazing either up or to the right. Deep breaths. And as you inhale, bring the knees back up. Give them another squeeze. See if you can lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Squeeze yourself into a very tight ball. Maybe even squeeze the muscles in your face. And as you exhale, release everything. Extend your legs long. Extend your arms next to your body, palms facing up, as we are getting ready for a final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow the feet to splay out. Tuck the chin under. Peel your tongue off of your palate. There's nothing else to worry about, nothing else to do. Just deep, deep relaxation. Keep your eyes closed or gaze soft. And just observe your breath. No need to control it in any way. Feel your body becoming more relaxed, heavier, melting into the mat. And allow your mind to be still. If any thoughts cross your mind, acknowledge them, but let them pass without attachment. And just rest here in silence for a few moments, savoring any sounds, sensations on your skin, smells. Especially if you're outside, appreciate any signs of reborn life, spring, plants and animals waking up from winter slumber. And slowly, slowly bring your attention back to here and now. And bring some movement into your toes and your fingers. Rotate your wrists, rotate your ankles. Maybe stretch your hands overhead, creating a nice long line with your body. And at your own pace, turn to one side in a fetal position and slowly push yourself up back into seated position, still keeping your eyes closed, gaze soft. Bring your palms together in heart center. Think back to the intention you had for this class. Thank your body and yourself for finding the time, finding the motivation to come to your mat today. Let's raise our palms to that spot between our eyebrows, our third eye, the center of our intuition. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let's bow together in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter in any event. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you again online or in person. Bye.